Welcome to Introduction to Java Programming. In today's episode, we'll look at the array list. Here in this example, we are trying to get the list of John's friend and we want to enter them in this program. So here I have created 5 variables, string type variables, and I have put all the friends of John, which is Blanca, Chunli, Ray, Ken, and E Honda. So what if John has more friends and I keep creating variables again and again and again, and similarly printing all these friends would be a really tedious task. And in programs like this, there could be a situation where you don't know how many friends a person can have. There could be 100, 200, or more than that. So how do we cater such situation where we have to store similar type of value more than once? So we know the ideal answer is to store this information in an array or in any collection. So in today's episode, as we are looking at the array list, so we'll use that to store all these list of friends. So that's how we create an array list. So here we are defining the type we want to create an array list. So that would be a list, and the type of that list would be string. So we know that we have to store more than one value, so we obviously need to use some collection sort of data type, which is this one. So let's import this one. uh, yeah, so here we can see java util.ArrayList we have imported, and the type of the list would be string, and here we have new ArrayList string. So this is just the syntax you have to remember initially, but as we progress, everything will make sense. If you remember from the previous episode when we were talking about the variable, we said in order to hold something, we need that type of variable. So like to hold tea, we need a cup of tea. So to water, we need a glass of water. And similarly, if we want to have a tea for more than one people, so they cannot drink from the same cup, we need an array, we need a list of cup that could be handled. So for that we use a special data types which can hold multiple values of same time. Similarly, if somebody wants to drink water and we want to keep a list of glasses, so we can use something like this one. And similar is the concept here. We want to create an array list which the type is string. So in our previous example, it was tea or it was water. So here we are just storing strings as multiple values. Right, now we will just add all these names to this array list. Here I have added all these friends to array list. This is the array list contains a method add. You can keep adding all these names. So similar is the way. So the Blanca is stored at the index 0, Chunli is stored at 1, Ryo 2, Can 3, and E Honda at 4th index. And if we want to print the list of the friends, for this I have to write system.out.println for each of these variables like friend 1, friend 2, friend 3, friend 4, and 5, and keep on doing this. But if somebody has more than 200 friends, there is a lot of statements, lot of code we can write. But for the array list, we can use a loop to print all these values. So if it's millions of records, a loop can print all of them without writing system.out.println again and again or 1 million times. By another way they have provided is you can just directly use list. Yeah, so we can just print the values of the friends like this. Let's print this, and by running this program we can see here Blanca, Chinli, Rio, Ken, and E Honda. Let's remove this because we don't need it. So what if we want to print the length of this list, this friends list? So that's how we print the length of the friend list. Run this program. So the length is 5. If we add another one, the size will be automatically 6. Okay. Okay, so here we have just printed the value and the size of the friends, which is 5. So we can count here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the size is 5, and the position, so position is the index. So the first element is at 0 index, the second is at the first index, the third is on the second, and third and fourth similarly. Okay, so what if we want to print the first element of an array list? So we can use another method which is called get. So if you pass the index, it will give you a value on that specific index, and we know that at 0 we have Blanca. And let's get the fifth friend, so which is at index 4, so we'll use that. So this is the first and this is second. Okay, so let's run this program. Here we have Blanca and we have E Honda. Okay, so here we have all of my friends or John's friend, and now he want to have a list of class fellows here. So we're gonna create a list of class fellow, and let's import the list. Okay, so this is pretty simple, and this is the correct syntax to create a reference of an array list. So we always use list because list is a generalized form, array list is a specific form. We won't go into detail, but just remember this syntax for now. Whenever you have to create an array list, so use here list as a data type. And what type of list it is? It is string type of list, and this is the name of the variable or the reference. And we know that new array list will create an array list in the memory or in the RAM. And we don't need to specify here string because since Java 8, the compiler and all these things are very smart, so they can guess the correct type from here. So whatever here is the value would be the type of this array list. So this is the correct syntax. Just memorize it for now, and it will make more sense as we progress with rest of the videos. Okay, so let's add couple of class fellows here. Okay, so again this is the same list, so we can use the add method to add all the class fellows, and Bison, Zanjeev, Sega, and Gulai, or pronounced as Guile as well. Let's print the class fellows here. So here are all of our friends, and here is all of our class fellows. We know that class fellows are most of the time are our friends as well. If that is the case, so let's merge the arrays. So the method for adding a list to another list is add all. So we are adding class fellows in the list of friends. So all the class fellows would be added to the friends list. And then let's print the friends list. Here we can see all the friends and all the class fellows within the friends list. Okay, so what if we want to remove Zanjeev from our friend list? So one way is to use the remove method of the list. You just put remove and specify the value that you need to remove. It should be exactly the same. The spelling should be exactly the same. Let's run this program, and we can see here in this list Zanjeev is removed. What if we just want to remove the fourth element in the list? We know that that's scan. So it would be on third index. Okay, and if we use the index, it will remove the element from that specific index. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the fourth element at third index. This would be removed. Okay, can is removed from this list. What if I don't want to count again and again to find out the last friend, but I want to remove the last friend? So here the last friend is at what position? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's on sixth index, and I don't want to count this again and again. So we will use the size method, which will give us 7, and 7 minus 1 would be 6. So it will remove the last friend. Let's run this program. Okay, Guile is removed from this list. Let's do it again. So we remove 2 times. So first this will remove Guile, this will remove Sega, and this will remove Bison. Let's run the program. So we run here the last, remove the last one, then we run here, remove the last one, then we run here, remove the last one. So that's what we got. What if we want to get rid of all the friends, or we want to empty the list, whatever number of elements are there? There could be millions, so we can't use remove million times. For that we have a function. So there is a function called clear, which actually removes the all the element from the list, array list. Let's run this program and then print after clear. So we can see here it's now empty. So that's all. For now we have looked at a couple of methods, how we create an array list. This is one of the ways. We use add to add elements to it. We use the size method to get the length or the size of the array. We can access element by index, so get is the method for that. And this is zero based index, so the first value would be at the 0th index. Okay, then we created another list with the different syntax. This is the correct syntax for the Java 8, and you should use this and just memorize it for now. And then we added class fellows, so we added one list into another list with the method add all. Then we try to remove elements from the list by providing the exact value, or another way is to provide the index. So that's how we provide an index, and the element at that specific index would be removed. That's how we multiple time remove the last element by getting the size -1. And then finally we remove all the element from the list by using friends.clear. So clear is the method. I hope you like this episode. Please like, subscribe, and please share with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.